All right, everybody. How are you doing out there? I hope you can see me okay. Things are a little different today. So if the video quality is bad, I apologize. Hopefully somebody can let me know if it is okay or even if you can hear me. Because we're doing this from a Chromebook today and I'm not real happy about that. I am computerless for a while. And if you've caught my last couple episodes, you know why. So we got that not going on for us. But we're going to do unboxing tonight, and I hope you're going to stick around and watch that unboxing. But we're going to wait for a few more people to get in here because I don't want to unbox a guitar to an empty room because that would be horrible. So I hope that this is going okay because this is different. I got a little screen. I'm over here. The comments are over here. And I'm not even sure what's going on because I am out of my realm right now. And if you hear anything that sounds like a fart, it's the chair. My computer chair, which is fairly new, has already had it apparently. So we got that not going for us also. So if you guys don't know what's going on, I have we got here. Let me look here and see what we got. All right. So if you don't know what's going on, recently I got rid of my computer. All right. All right, good. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy. I just this is not the quality I wanted. So I apologize, but I still want to bring you guys content. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with right now. I got rid of my old computer because it wasn't capable of rendering 4K. So I said to the wife, I'll sell it and I'll get a new computer. And that's what the plan was. But apparently Best Buy fucked me. Yeah, they fucked me good. If you caught my last video, you know that. And it's getting worse and worse all the time. They never shipped my computer. And then I got a hold of the computer company that was shipping it and straightened things out with them. They shipped it out, and then Best Buy canceled my order after I put $1,000 down through my finance company. And well, it's a nightmare. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get everything situated, but I figured I'd bring you guys a video and an unboxing to make me feel better and hopefully make you guys feel good too. How you all doing? Hope you're doing good. I think Dan is in the room. There's not a lot of people in here tonight. It's weird doing videos like this time of the week. It's different. You don't get the people. All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And you might be the only one tonight. Who knows? You never know. It's just different. I'm not even sure if the way I set up the stream even got out to any of the subs that it was coming. Because it's different. Chromebook, they're horrible. Horrible. And some things I want to discuss with you before we get to the unboxing tonight is Dan, what other channels do you watch? Are you do you watch big guitar channels or do you like to watch small ones and watch them grow? Because I don't watch a lot of guitar channels. I'm gonna be totally honest. I watch small guitar channels, well, small, medium, and because I like to watch how they progress and how they grow. I love it because, and then I keep an eye on myself, and hopefully my channel can grow too and get better and better and better. That's the goal anyhow. Hey, it's Hiroshima Nick. Yes, in the J-Pan. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nick, I have to do some more bass unboxings for you, brother. I apologize. Bunch of good players, mostly small channels with budget guitar reviews. Yeah, I think that budget guitars are the way things have to be now. The price of everything is crazy. The economy's horrible. And I think it just has to be that way. And we're all finding out more and more, it's more prevalent that budget guitars are just as good as expensive guitars. And I know the diehards hate to hear that, but it's really true. All right, Nick, good to hear it. Yes, more basses. I'm working on it, buddy. I got to tell you, the reason I don't do a lot of bass guitars is because I'm so picky when it comes to basses. Like, so many times I'll go to hit that buy button, and then I'm like, no, this is not quite right. It's but like there's a lot of Harley Bentons that I like though, but I can't pick one that I really, really like. Speaking of Harley Bentons, I found out some information tonight about Harley Benton that may blow your mind. And it has to do with this guitar that I am unboxing. I found out some information that I didn't know. I never heard it. And now, keep in mind, it could be false information, but it's right from a company who claims it's true. So we'll just keep it at that. Affordable guitar unboxing, budget gear. That's what I'm going to start doing, guys. I'm going to start doing live unboxing for you guys because and the quality is going to be a lot better when I get done. I promise. I am doing this for my Chromebook tonight. I am so sorry because my computer is non-existent right now. It's gone. It will be back. I promise you. I just got some things to figure out. FGN Guitars and Basses. Nick, no, I have not. I have not heard of them. Badlands Guitar First Run. I would like to hear what. Tell me what you think about that when you get it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think you'll probably be quite happy, from what I've heard. Anyhow, I'm not speaking from experience, but from what I've heard. It's so funny though. The budget guitar world is so different from the expensive guitars. And if you followed this channel at all through any length of time, you'll know that I've had a room full of, I say a room full of, not a room full of, but a handful of expensive Gibsons that I had in the other room, in the bedroom, and another closet off of the bedroom. And I kept looking at them. I'd look at the wife and I go, you know, they're not doing me any good sitting in there, and I'm not playing them. And I don't like to be a drag. I don't like to put guitars down. I don't want to put them down because I like them, but they're like a fine piece of furniture. You know what I mean? They have their quirks, but they're a fine piece of furniture. But I didn't enjoy playing them. And that was the thing. I just didn't enjoy playing them because you're always worried. And that takes the enjoyment away. I don't have deep pockets, so I can't like just rip on a guitar and don't care. And you hit the headstock. I can't do that. So I ended up getting rid of them and been buying stuff for the studio and upgrading everything to bring more budget guitars because I enjoy budget guitars more. I guess that's an oddity of the chips insert. And yes, I don't always wear the same chips insert. I have multiple chips and shirts. Why? Because it's funny, right? Now, if I can find Chibanez, I'd wear those too. So anyhow, Nick, FGN. What is that, buddy? I'm not familiar. Enlighten me, please. Japan. Fuji. Okay. I'd like to know. I got to be honest, like out of the, you know how partial I was to my Rick bass build that I did. And it wasn't a real Rick, but it was nice and it sounded like a Rick and it played like a Rick. I wouldn't have known that until I played my buddies. My buddy Colin was an excellent bass player. Used to be in our band years ago. And he thought it was a Rick. He thought it was. I'm like, oh, I built that. And it was a Leo Jaymz build that I did, and I loved it. Yeah. And the sad part about that is I shipped that guitar off. I shipped that bass guitar off. I sold it on Reverb. And I got a pretty good chunk out of it. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really did. And I didn't expect to. Like I listed it a little bit higher than I thought it should have went for, and boom, it was gone. And then the guy that bought it was so disappointed when he got it, not in the base, but the shipping company destroyed it. So luckily I had shipping insurance on it. So I've learned always to put shipping insurance on stuff, especially because it's crazy now, right? Like even the box I got here right now has got some holes in it. I'm not happy with the shipping company. I had a woman yesterday deliver my new computer monitor and this guitar that just came. and she was lost and could not find my house. So I live in a small town. Couldn't find my house and pulled over to the side of the road. I shit you not, because you know how you can watch them. You can watch them on the GPS and you can watch the trucks, and she's ping-ponging all over town, like ping-ponging. Not, my old driver would, he'd have a route that you followed and ping-ponging back and forth over the bridge and here and there. And then I saw the truck sitting for an hour and a half. Apparently, she pulled over the side of the road and cried and sobbed because she didn't know what she was doing. This is the people that work for these companies now. It's a sad state of affairs. Yeah. Bass that Nick, that bass was bad. If I stumble over any words tonight, it's because I've been drinking too many root beers. So we got that going for us too. Anyhow, the reason I mentioned smaller channels earlier is because I follow a lot of small channels because I find that their content is more honest. And sure, sometimes they get it wrong, but they're more honest and more passionate about what they're doing. They don't have the big pockets backing them. So they tend to just say it the way it is. And I really like that real stuff. Are you guys familiar with Leo and Dan Ryan? Please tell me you are. Leo and Dan Ryan, a couple of older gentlemen. And Six String Stanger is in. Dude, I was just going to mention you, brother. You were the next one on my list. Just going to mention. So Leo and Dan Ryan just unboxed the infamous Leo Jaymz. I said I wasn't going to show this guitar again. The infamous Leo Jaymz Tempest. They just unboxed this guitar. And Six String Stringer, this is another guy. You want to sub to him. He's awesome. He's funny. He cracks me up. I swear to God, if he lived in the same town as me, we would be at the bar drinking right now and not doing this video. I just know it. So, Dan is awesome. He's an awesome player. That's what I was just going to say. He's an awesome guitar player, that old school awesome player. So they unboxed this guitar. It just came out. So check it out when you get done here. Stay here first. Go check it out. If you have a sub to them because they're awesome guys. He just unboxed this guitar and had the same issues that I had, Six String Stanger had, with the tuning. And there's reasons for that. And I should have did a video explaining this in depth more. Number one, the strings that they put on, not that they're bad. They're not bad strings, but for some reason, I have never seen guitar strings that need to be stretched like these did. Well, these are different now, but the ones that came on it, horrible. Number two is it's not set up out of the box. It's not ready to rock and roll. It's not plug and play. It's just not. You have to pull the cover off and you have to set your tremolo claw. And the way you do it is really, it's simple, but it's a pain in the ass, especially when you're trying to demo a guitar live out of the box, like a lot of people are doing. And Six String Stringer, you know what I'm talking about. When you did that, I was like, oh man, he's going to struggle with the tune. And I know he's going to, because I struggled with it. That's why I cut the camera and come back. And I'm like, probably should have told everybody about the tuning. It's not an instability. It's just takes time to get it right. Kind of like a Floyd Rose, which is really weird because this is just a 2-point system, but it does float. So here's the thing. If anybody's wondering, get in there, stretch your strings first, or you're right back to square one. Yeah, pretty rough. Definitely, brother. I felt you when you were doing it. Oh my God. I was like, oh, that poor, and it sounds so good in the right? And you're like, that makes me sound like shit. You didn't sound like shit, brother. I knew it was the guitar. So anyhow, draw your claw in. You're going to have to draw it. And you just want to get it so after you stretch your strings that your tremolo is flush and level and floating. And then after you do that, you're going to have to adjust your bridge too and get your action correct because it's going to change your action. So you're going to have to get that right. My action's about, I don't know. I forget what it is now, to tell you the truth, but it's nice and low. And I love this guitar. I love this guitar for so many reasons. and it's not going anywhere. It's the one that I'm keeping in because it's me. It fits me. I love the way it plays. I love the way it sounds. I even added some tools on the back here. I thought that looked cool. And I'm not changing the tuners because they hold. I'm just not doing it. But yeah, it's good to know if you buy one of these. And, so I have heard also 6-string standard. Tell me if yours is like this. I've heard that some of the nuts up top aren't out to each side of the edge, almost like they cut them. Mine are. Mine's perfectly level on each side. But I had somebody contact me recently and showed me some pics that it wasn't. It was just a little bit off, like the nut size didn't match the size of the neck. I don't know if that's the case with yours. Mine's not. I have zero flaws with this. So, which is very crazy. And if you look too, I don't know if you can see this or not. Leo and Dan did their unboxing, and I guess it does look a little different on camera, but it's not in real life. Okay, must just be the lighting. My neck and body are very, very close to the same color. Theirs wasn't, and they got the same color. Everybody's getting these colors. I'm gonna buy more of these because I want them. I like them. I do. I like them. I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool guitar. All right, so I'm gonna put this down now before I get carried away. Oh, no, I'm not. Wait a minute. So Leo, Leo and Dan Ryan, when he was playing this guitar, so at first he's like, well, I don't like the color, it's not me. It's a nice guitar, but it's not me. It doesn't suit me. But the great thing about it was when he got done playing the guitar, actually, he was jamming. He was ripping like I don't think I've ever seen him rip before. I mean, he's just ripping on that guitar. And he got done, and he had the biggest smile on his face. And he goes, well, plays great. And that was my whole point about this. 2 frets. Okay. Oh, see, I don't have any. See, my frets, that was one thing about this that I really noticed right away. Was the frets are just so perfect. And I don't like, sometimes we settle for a little less. Like we get so many guitars that don't have perfect frets that even when you get one that's perfect, but they're really not. This one is quite outstanding. So I just have, but man, I'm so glad I am talking about this guitar again. But here's the thing. I noticed something the other day. I'm looking. They actually took the time. You saw that? Yeah, Dan. He was ripping on that thing. Did you see the smile on his face? He's like, and he didn't want to like the guitar. I don't think he wanted to like it. I like those guys. I like them a lot. But I don't think he wanted to like it that much, but he got done in that smile. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what he got lost in his playing. He was lost in it. He's like, he's just following that zone. And there he was. And you can see it. So anyhow, my neck is shimmed. There's a shim in there. They actually took the time to shim it and make it perfect. I like that. A lot of people complain it's got a shim in there. To me, they said, hey, let's make it perfect. And they shimmed it. So I like that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So how do we segue into this next little bit here? How do we do that? You know what? I gotta hit my timer here. You guys are on a timer. It's like I'm cooking. There we go. Okay. I just want to make sure I want to do this before the wife gets home because all hell breaks loose when the wife gets home. Not that she's a mean woman, because she's not. No, she's not. I'm just kidding. She's a saint. She's got to put up with me. But when the kids and the wife get home, there's chaos. So it's hard to do anything. So we're gonna do this. Let's see if I can. So how many people, you're familiar with Harley Benton, right? I don't have a Harley Benton, by the way. So if you're thinking it's a Harley Benton, it's not a Harley Benton. Well, kind of not a Harley Benton, now I could say. It's kind of, but it kind of is, according to what I've been told. Let me see if I can find this here real quick. Let's see. Let's see what the guitar God's knowledge has bestowed upon me. Or we say blood metallic. Dude, I'm a Harley. Listen, the Harley Benton that did it for me was that I fell in love with the most was the one with the worst quality control. I had a Les Paul style Harley Benton. And it came in. I wanted it because it was a Randy Rhoads looking guitar. And man, that thing sounded and played so good, but it was so full of blemishes. And I ended up getting rid of it, and now I'm so sorry I did. Harley Benton, I wanted one of their active basses, to tell you the truth. Nick, what'd you think about the old Glary bass, the Burning Fire back here? What'd you think about that thing? The reason it's still sitting there is because I love the sound of it so much and the way it plays. Really do. It's a Glary. My God, I forget what I paid. It's cheap. So cheap. I put some flat wounds on it, though. Here. I put flat wounds on it. But, what a sexy bass, right? The finish is, like, insanely awesome on it. Like, I don't even know how you could finish a guitar like this for what they asked for it. It's got this. I guess they made their necks glossy now. And this one's flat. This is nice and fast and thin. This is I consider this is a D-shaped neck for this bass. That's what I'd consider it. And it's got a great nut on it. I love this bass. That's why it's still sitting here. I tend to keep what I really love. Sometimes I get rid of stuff and I kick myself in the ass, such as my Epiphone SG. I got rid of that, and I'm sorry I got rid of that too. Yeah, I want the Leo Jaymz LPs myself, and I can't get a hold of their customer service. That's my problem. If they get back a hold of me or they email me back, I'll buy one tomorrow. But I can't. They won't. They like I had simple questions about the Tempest, and they won't get back a hold of me. So if you got a different route that you go through to get a hold of them, I just went to their website and used their feature that they have to contact us button. Figured that was the right way, but apparently it's not working. So anyhow, man. So apparently there is a guitar out there that is made. I'm not going to give you the name yet. I can't because I'll give it away. My seat falling. There we go. There's a guitar out there that, how do I put this? Is the producer for Harley Benton. They make Harley Benton guitars. They're the producer for Harley Benton. Now, I didn't know this. And I love it because people would go on forums and they'd say, well, where's Harley Benton made? And everybody would say Germany. Well, we know they're not made in Germany. They're just sold out of Germany, but they're not made in Germany. So the company is in Ho Chi Minh City. Nick, you may know the answer. Let's see. We'll do a Jeopardy thing. Does anybody know the answer? What company produces Harley Benton guitars? Anybody know? Anybody? Place a guess. Guess it. Just throw it in there. I will wait. Somebody's got to make a guess at least. The company that produces Harley Bentons. Well, Tolman is the company that is in charge of selling Harley Bentons, so you are correct in that way. But the factory that produces them also makes their own brand guitar. I just found this out, so if you don't know, I literally just found this out, like 15 minutes before this was going to air. So you guys, let's do this. There's not a lot of people in here, but let's do this anyhow, because you know what? I don't like fucking with people and making them wait. I'm not going to make you wait. Let's get to our unboxing. What do you say? Show of hands. Let's get to the unboxing. All right. We got our handy razor blade. Do not let the kids get this. Bass players, don't chew on them. Right, Nick? So let's unbox this. We're going to unbox this guitar. Now, this guitar was $150. $129.99. It is not a quart, but that's a pretty good guess. $129.99. I picked this guitar up on eBay. And I have looked at this guitar for almost a year and never bought one. And when the prices were much higher on them. Now, I've seen these guitars sell for as high as $500. As a matter of fact, I just saw one for $429 today. And I've seen them sell for as little as like 89 bucks. Weird, right? There is Wally in the box. What is up, Wally? How are you doing tonight, brother? Wally is another channel you guys should go and follow. He has some cool guitars, and he really enjoys them, and that's the channels that we want to follow. If you enjoy guitars, those are the channels we follow. Also, of course, we have 6-inch Stanger. Go like it, follow it, sub. Then we have Leo and Dan Ryan. We have Two Bike Mike. You gotta sub to Two Bike Mike. Two Bike Mike is one of the best people that I know to set up a guitar. He takes his time and he does it right. I love watching his videos. It's those Zen videos you watch and you're like, yeah. And he does everything right, and I love watching him. Another channel, of course, Wally in the Box. Go check out Wally in the Box, and of course, Richard Jaymz, the Bald Shredder. How can you not like Richard Jaymz? No, I love the Bald Shredder's channel. I love it. He's funny, and the guy can shred for sure. Love, and he's fun. And we just did a skit together. Him and I just did a skit together because I forced him. Richard is awesome, man. Yep, he's awesome, and I love he's got 3 different personalities. So him and I just did a skit a while back on the Kramer Beretta Special. Now I rave about the Kramer Beretta Special. I think it's an awesome $200 budget guitar. Is it the best guitar in the world? No, but it's an awesome $200 budget guitar that pretty much is set to rock and roll out of the box. So I really like that guitar. He just got one. And, guitars are funny. He says, neck, check, sound, check, frets, check, neck, everything. Like, it checks off the boxes, but he goes, I just can't get into the guitar. So I told him, I said, you know why? Because you got white. If you're going to get a Kramer Beretta Special, you got to get hot pink. You got to get that Barney purple. You got to get something like that. You need that visual impact. And it's a Kramer, so it's cool. Love Kramers. Yes, Kramers are awesome. I think they're so awesome. And the action, right? Like, you grab them out of the bike, you're like, how did they get that action so low when there's no fret bus? How did they do that? A little magic going on there. Yes, it needs some attitude. That's right. That's why I took mine and I put a Floyd Rose in it. And everybody got so mad because I routed out for the Floyd Rose so it could float nicely and I could really dive bomb and pull back and loke on it. And people got so mad. That's not how they do them. Well, that's how Fulton Street Beats does it. So let's get to this thing. At least it's not too horribly taped up. And they did label it fragile. The purple is trimmed in black. Ooh, yeah. They got a new black one out too. New Beretta Special black one out now that's a limited that you might want to check out. I saw on Zounds. You say. Do you say Z-Zounds? Z-Zounds? If you're Canadian, what do you do? It's Zounds, Z-Zounds. Sounds good to me. Okay, here we go. So, one hole in the box, and the hole, ooh, that's not a good sign. See a little hole right there? Yeah, that's where the selector switch would hit. But the good thing is we have one of these over the selector switch. It appears to be intact. So, okay, drum roll, please. Here we go. We have an Allen wrench. Congratulations. We unboxed an Allen wrench. All right, here we go, guys. This is a Les Paul style-esque style guitar. Anybody recognize it through the plastic? I'm waiting for somebody to go, I know what that is. You see a flame top through there, though, don't you? Wait, nobody's typing it in. Okay, we'll get to the rubber band. Let's get to the rubber band. I don't, something? I don't want to unbox it from the headstock. Everybody does that. I'm not going to unwrap it that way. Nope. Yes, they do toss them around. We're going to unbox it from the body up. I'm going to do it differently. What's up, James? How you doing, buddy? Okay, so we have some packing dust, and it's green. I have a flamed top here. We have, look at this. Anybody know what it is yet? Anybody? Yeah, listen, I was not a fan of green. My wife made me because it's her favorite color. So you can thank her. Okay. She's looking pretty so far, right? So far, so good. Jack plate. One-piece body. One-piece body. Very cool. Let's look at the back. I know I'm all over. Look at that, guys. One-piece body. Mahogany. I didn't know it was one piece until just now, by the way. Got plastic on this? Let's hope there's plastic on it. Yes, there's plastic on it. Okay. So there we go. Just turn it around. Okay. She pretty, right? Dusty. Let's look at this. Well, if there's no fret buzz, I'm going to say that the action is really slammed. You can see that on the camera or not, but she low. Very low. All right. So, guys, keep in mind, $129.99. Ready? Let's look at these inlays. I'm going to check this out as I go too. Very nice pearloid inlays with, I'm not seeing any fill around them either. So that's, I usually look for straightness and for fill. I don't see anything. And we're going to check the, holy shit. Wow, it's got really nice frets. Like fucking really nice frets. Wow. How chefs say that? Just like butter. Just like, there's not one sprouted fret on this. Not one. So I'm going to tell you guys, this company, I left a little hint on this earlier. Oh, I thought it was a blemish. It's not. It's just a little, nope. Here, look at those. Pick on their plastic over them. So this company totally CNCs their guitars. That's all CNC made. So there's takes out the human error. And I'm going to tell you, I'm looking at the binding. Binding's near perfection. I see one little, and I'm nitpicking, one little spot that might not be perfect, but it's bound very nice. The neck is super, super, super nice. It's almost the same neck that was on my SG, Maestro Vibrato. It's like the same shape. Okay, guys, you ready? Indian Vina. You guys have seen these guitars before. I know you have. That's right. It's an IYV Indian Vina. Wow. So the thing I thought I would hate about this guitar the most, I love, and camera doesn't pick it up. The mother of pearl inlay here is absolutely perfect and very nice. On camera, it does not convey at all. Super nice. Made in Vietnam, of course, serial numbered. Does not have the Grover tuners on it. I thought it did, but it does not. But no big deal, as long as they work. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Ready? Okay. Are you seeing the finish on this guitar? And this is dirty. Look at this. Arch top, of course. Wow. I'm pretty impressed. Like, this appearance-wise blows away a lot of expensive guitars that have been through here. And I'm a little bit into even the bridge and the set, or the and the Tunematic, the Tunematic bridge is super, super nice and heavy duty looking. Wow, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Yeah, IYV. I've had some IYVs. I've had their basses. Always been impressed, but this is impressive. Now, man, this is really impressive. This is a guitar that you need to see in real life to appreciate, because it doesn't look as pretty as from the videos that I watch. It doesn't look as pretty, but man, so. That's not that far out. I mean, it's out, but it's not that far out. Have you ever had a guitar that was so close to in tune? That's crazy. So what I'm checking for right now is I have no fret buzz, guys. I have no fret buzz. All right, so this is what we got to do. Let me throw the tuner on it here real quick. Let's see. I know it's out, but let's just see how far out it is here. I'm curious. I always like to do this so you guys, I don't know if you can see that or not here. Let me back here. We got E. Of course, now we got to deal with the new strings, right? 6 string. Let's hope they put decent strings on. Okay, so there we go. We're in the realm anyhow. Now I'm gonna check for buzz. Let's see here. Check intonation. Is that on? So, what do you guys think? Pretty cool, right? Intonation is on except for the low E, a little off on the low E. We can't ask for everything perfect now, can we? Little off on the low E, if we're going to be completely honest. And I apologize because it's not going to sound that great, guys, because There's no buzz. Got no buzz. Very cool. I'm digging it, guys. Very cool. So let me ask you guys a question. 100. Let's do the ultimate test, right? Let's see what we got right in front of the amp here. So I'm going to turn the amp. The amp is up. This big Marshall. It is a Marshall 50 split channel reverb. We are halfway up, just so you guys know. So we're about halfway up right now. We're going to stick it. What do you think? So, okay, we're halfway. So we're going to take her up 3/4. Okay, we're 3/4 of the way up. We got no feedback. So we're definitely wax potted in the pickups. And now we're going to crank her, which probably shouldn't do right sitting right in front of it, but. She's a little loud. Okay, so we're going to go in front of it. You ready? We are right up against the speakers with no microphonic feedback. So the haters can hate all they want. Yes, sir. I'm going to turn her down because it's a little loud. All right, let's crank her up. So, no microphonic feedback. So these are CNC Destiny wound pickups. So people would say, hey, I'm going to get that guitar. I'm going to change out the pickups. Why? I don't understand why. So let's do this. Let's start getting into some technical specifications here of this guitar. First, I'm going to check the neck. And we're going to check for neck straightness and see what they did to get this kind of crazy action that they got going on here. I don't know. Let me get in the right spot. Maybe. Why is my neck checker not working here? There we go. There we go. So we have a perfectly, I don't know if you can see it or not, perfectly straight neck. So the neck is just, when I say perfectly straight, I don't think I've ever, super low action. Where is my gauge? Let's check. I'm curious about the action height. Let's check the action height. Let's see exactly what the action is here. At the 12th. We're going to do it in millimeters, guys. Okay. Guesses. Somebody throw a guess in at the action at the 12th fret. In millimeters. You can use it inches if you want. I'll just have to flip the thing around. Anybody? Need a guess. Action. We know what standard action is at the 12th. Usually it's like 1.75 millimeters. 0.50. We got a 0.50. That would be remarkably low, but it's not that low, but it's low. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So we are at the 12th, 1.0. 1.0 millimeters out of the box. That's Kramer low. That is Kramer low. Yes, sir. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. In inches? Oh, if you were in inches, brother, you're in between 0.40 and 0.50 in inches. So if you were talking inches, yeah, you're right. In millimeters, low, baby. How's that? It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool, right? No. So we were talking IYV. Okay, let me make sure I'm quoting correctly. Okay, let me make sure I'm quoting correctly because I don't want to misquote. They're going to say, stay away from that Fulton Street Beats. He's misleading everybody. That bastard. That Chibson shirt wearing bastard, they'll say. IYV guitars. This information comes from IYV, by the way. Okay, it's a website. Bass guitars like IYV guitars are made in Vietnam by Indian Vina. We all know that. I think we know that by now. If not, it's in Indian Vina is what it stands for. So a lot of times they get this wrong and they say IVY. If you go to Amazon, they say IVY. It's not. It's IYV. Just so you don't know, like I don't know why they do that. And this says it too. It's often mislabeled as IVY. These are the OEM producers for well-known brands, one of which is Harley Benton guitars for Thomann Music. Bam! $129.99. They make Harley Bentons. So, how does this compare to the Harley Benton LP that we had here on the channel? My Randy Rhoads looking guitar. It's better. Now, is it better all around? I don't know yet. I'm going to have to spend some time with it. One thing I do love about the Harley Bentons more is how they do the cutaway up in here where you can access your high frets. Although this still, it's cool, man. Like all day long. How many guitars can you grab your guitar, turn your amp all the way up to 10 and put the pickups against the speakers and not get feedback? How many guitars can you do that with? I'm shocked. I was waiting for it to start. Nope. Didn't happen. Impressive, right? That means it's a keeper. So let's see what else they say. So great value for the money. They are located in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where they have a large factory with 250 employees making electric guitars and basses. The factory was established in 1994 and is Korean owned and managed. To avoid direct competition with the Chinese factories, they make small quantities of various models using complete CNC woodworking machines and electrostatic paint systems to help ensure consistent quality. And that's what I'm looking at this thing. This thing has quality all over it. I have seen Gibsons that can't, and people are going to get mad. I have seen Gibsons not look this good. This is a piece of furniture also, but it's a cheap piece of furniture. So if you ding it up, it isn't going to hurt your feelings. You know something? The question is this, Wally, and I did a lot of pondering on this. How can they do it at this price? No, the real question is, how can we have been deceived for so long that we paid that much for the stuff? They've always been able to do it. We were just taught that we can't. It's the American way, right? Like we need to pay more for everything. If it costs more, it has to be better. It's not that way in the budget guitar world anymore. Proof. And you know something? And it's like Six String Stanger said with the Leo James Les Pauls. I haven't had one yet, so I can't speak from experience, but he hasn't. I totally trust him. I'm sure they're just as awesome. So, yeah, I mean, is it perfection? No. And to be totally honest with you guys, I have never seen a guitar ever that is perfect. And there's two reasons for that. One, there's always a flaw someplace, no matter what. Always. So it depends on how deep you want to dive or what you consider a flaw. Number two is, well, maybe it's perfect for you. Could be perfect for you. That's my Leo James Tempest. That's perfect for me. But this, is it perfect? I see a couple little flaws, and I'm going to point them out to you. But before we do that, we just check the neck. I'm going to check the nut width here first, and we're going to weigh it because I want to see, because a lot of people wonder, well, it's an LP style guitar. So I'm going to tell you it's on par with a Gibson Les Paul. I can tell by picking it up. It's pretty soggy. So let's do this. I'm going to take the nut. Let's measure the nut. And by the way, we're a 43 millimeter nut. So Like standard nut size. The nut appears to be bone. It appears to be bone. It's cut like it's bone. It looks like it's bone, and it's done really, really well. The frets are exquisite. Of course, a lot of people, tuners. I thought Grover tuners come on it. I really, really did. I'm not gonna bitch at $129, but and I don't care as long as these hold tune. Might be an upgrade. I mean, it's a great guitar, so it's worth upgrading for sure. But if they hold, does it really need to be upgraded? And we always do that. We always upgrade. I'm going to upgrade it. But do we really upgrade it because it needs it or because we want something to do? And I do that. I upgrade because I want something to do. One thing I don't like about this guitar is the truss rod cover. Now, there's like the shape is nice. I just don't want the Korean writing on it. I'd rather have it bare. Not that nothing against that. Because I can't read it. Like it makes no sense to me. Does it say IYV on it? I don't know what it says. I can't read it. But it does have a regular quality control sticker on it right here. Yes, Gibsons have more flaws than just about any guitar I've ever seen. Every time I get a Gibson, every time I've had a Gibson, they're flawed. They have flaws. There's nothing like there's human beings making them. That's why we have flaws. So makes sense. We're going to get less flaws if a machine makes it, right? At least the flaws will be more uniform. You know where to look. And it's nothing against Gibson. I hate Gibson's prices. I think they're absolutely retarded. I think that it's insane for what they charge for a Gibson when it makes so many people mad. It's not that I don't like Gibson. I like Gibson. I think they make fantastic guitars. I think they play good. I think they sound good. Like I said, they're a fine piece of furniture. I think that the prices are outrageous. I think the prices are laughable. They're for people, doctors, lawyers with deep pockets, or just that expensive conversation piece that says, I am better than you. And that's why I wear the Gibson shirt. Because you know what, guys? I'm not better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm a budget guitar channel. I'm not better than you. I suck at playing guitar. I'm the first to admit it. But one thing I do know is quality, fit, and finish. And how do I know that? Well, I built custom drums for years and years. So I know how things are built. People say, well, it's not a guitar. And I go, yeah, but it doesn't make a difference. People build rockets, right? Space capsules and shuttles, but the people who build them don't fly them. You see what I'm saying? It's specific to what they're doing. And I know what to look for. And as far as quality goes, and a lot of things that I nitpick, you might not think there's a big deal, vice versa. Quality of this guitar, I think, is really, really nice. The green is definitely something you have to see in person because it doesn't work on camera. I don't know why it doesn't work on camera, but in person it looks fantastic. And cleaned up, it's going to look fantastic. The switch is nice and solid. But yes, yeah, their bases aren't is overpriced, and it's a shame. I mean, how do I put this? Gibson's got their. I'm just going to say it the way it is. Gibson's got their head so far up their ass they'll never see the light of day, and it'll be the fall of Gibson. Eventually, it'll be the fall of Gibson. It's too bad because nobody wants that to happen. I don't want that to happen to any company. Fortunately for them, right now they have all their sub companies, a lot of them, that are keeping them afloat, such as Kramer, Epiphone. That's keeping them afloat because people can't afford, just can't afford that big money. And the brainwash technique, you got to have a Gibson, only play a Gibson. I was looking at a forum today. I go on Facebook and I looked at a forum and I don't comment on forums, and I don't like to do it because it seems like somebody's always getting mad. But I'll comment to you guys because you guys are true blue and you know what's going on. And they take a Gibson. They think that Gibsons are everything and everything else sucks. It's not it's like their football team, and it's too bad you think that way because you'll never ever get to experience multiple cool things in your life if you think that something is the greatest and you got tunnel vision. You're never going to experience. And that's why I love doing this because I get to experience everything. And I really like this guitar. Now, is everyone going to be that perfect like this? Is it going to be nice like this? Probably not. I say that a lot. Probably not, because it's just nature of the beast. Probably with IYV more than other brands, because they're all are CNC made, but probably not. There's always something wrong or something that we can pick out or nitpick about something. So I'm curious, and I hope you guys are too, of what's in here. Now, if you watch this channel, you'll know. They'll say, what size parts does it got in it? Well, let me ask you guys a question. When I just strummed it and I plugged it in, do you guys know what size pots are in it? Nobody's ears can tell what pots are in it. And that's just it. We plug it in again, we can do the fade in and out test. They're going to fade in and out. Can't tell. It's just another thing we've been taught. You got to have big pots. I've seen little pots perform just as well as big pots. It's one of those things that we have to break through that indoctrination of shit. You know what I mean? So, big pots or little pots? I'm going to tell you right now, Josh, I had an Epiphone SG, and I know what one you're looking at. Are you looking at the one from like Zounds? It just has the dots on it up through. A remarkable guitar, by the way. Very inexpensive, remarkable. Compared to a lot of other budget guitars that you can get in the $200 range, though, you can get better, if that makes sense. You can get better. Even though it's a remarkable guitar, I'm not knocking it one bit. And you'll get more street credit with it for sure. It's kind of what we're talking about. But you can have better. Like this. Right here. $129.99. This. So, and you don't got to upgrade anything. It's ready to rock and roll out of the box, as I'm finding out right now. And there's a lot of guitars like that. Now, if you're starting out and you don't want a guitar you got to fuck with. You don't want one that you got to screw around with all the time. Like I would say, my favorite guitar is if you like, you're the rock star attitude, Steve Vai shred attitude, and the Leo James Tempest, awesome guitar, but you got to set it up, and it's going to be frustrating. That's the thing. Yeah, the Pacifica's a very nice. Yamaha makes good stuff. There's a lot of inexpensive guitars now that rock, for sure. Time with this will tell me more, for sure. But I want to get inside and I want to see what it's got for pots. Even though they don't make a difference, I'm just curious. How's it wired? Is there compound inside like there is in all of these guitars? I've seen a guitar that didn't have compound slung all over it. Hold on. And it's green, so we're going to have to do some highlights on this guitar with gold. You know why? I like gold. That's why. So what do you guys think? Big pots or little pots? So wood chips. What we have in here, if I can see, is made in, does it say Malaysia? I don't know. I need to see. I don't got a lot of light in here today. They're small pots. And I don't even know what K they are, but they're wired and they use some. They're wired up nicely. They're using shielding paint on the inside, but that's how clean the cavity is on the inside. That's not bad. They're not big pots, they're small pots. And I'm going to be honest with you, I thought maybe they'd be big pots, but they're not, which I don't care. Yep, little pots. Look at little pots, but let's check out the switch now too. You never know. You never know. And by the way, this one back here, Nick, I think we talked about this one back here. That's a one that I built. I built that from a $78, $79 build kit on eBay. It's been through all kinds of metamorphosis. You name it, it's had every part in it. At one time, we had gem pickups in it, and then all kinds of stuff. Right now, it's got scalped frets. It is a LP guitar that I personally scalped the frets on. To be honest, it's my daughter's guitar now because she loves it so much, and she loves it because it's beat up looking and relict, and it's got a box switch in it. Just a box switch, shielded, paint shielding, box switch. Definitely one piece of wood though, guys. Definitely one piece of mahogany. So that's pretty cool. And then of course we got a cap on it, flame maple cap. Book matched pretty well. They could have got it a little better, but book matched pretty well. The fretboard, I don't know. It looks more ebony to me than it would rosewood, but nice. Frets could use a little polishing, but there's zero sharp edges. So yeah, guitar in the back, Les Paul style. Oh, shielding on the plate too. What we got here, and that's also shielded. So at least they took the time to shield everything. So that's another good thing. Yeah, that one back there has Gibson PAFs in it, and it's not my favorite. I love the guitar. I like playing it, but it's not my favorite guitar by far. And I mean, Gibson PAFs are nice, but if I put that in front of that amp, you're getting feedback. Period. I mean, you're getting it. So keep that in mind. But pretty cool. You know what? I'm not putting the stuff back on right now. I just want to know if you guys like this. You like it? Smash that thumbs up button. I need some likes up in here. You like it? Green. Oh, this is called emerald green, by the way. So in case you guys are off to Oz, you know, see the wizard. This is emerald green. If I find any information about this, 24.5 scale. I think we all knew that. 22 fret, 2 volume, 2 tone, 2 pneumatic, flame top. Oh, what's it weigh? You guys probably, I promised you the weight. Let's get you the weight. Let's get you the weight. Because I am curious myself. Do not try this at home, folks. Hanging it by a tuning key. Do not try this at home. Come on, get on there. Get on there. Get on there. All right. Place your bets. Place your bets. Okay. Place your bets. 7.85 pounds. She's pretty soggy. 7.85 pounds. I'm sorry, 7.65 pounds. Still pretty soggy. Everything backwards. Why is everything backwards? 7.65 pounds. So no strap, no nothing. Out of the box. And covers off. So we add a couple ounces for the covers and the screws. Pretty cool. 7.5. Yes. Close. See? All right. I'm pretty impressed with this thing. And I want my shit back. So I got this Marshall over here. I don't have any pedals over here right now. Another Marshall, split 50. My cabinet's gone to my amp head, which wouldn't make a difference anyhow, because my Marshall head, the output went up in it. So I just ordered that. Then I found out that's on back order, so that's gonna take a month to get. But meanwhile, that's okay because my cabinet's getting new speakers put in it. But then I'm like, well, I can use my amp sims. Wrong, no computer, no amp sims. Good thinking, brother. They are not D'Addario strings. Negative, big shooter. They are not. They are not. But, did you guys know this? I'm going to sit this down for a second. I'll show you something. So, the color thing on D'Addario strings, it's not just a D'Addario thing. Did you know that? So what we have here is Orphe strings, and I have been using these strings. Why? Because they hold freaking tune, and they're super cheap. I get a 10-pack of these things because I'm always stringing up guitars, checking stuff out. I have to string them, restring them. 10-pack. These are the 10 to 46s. Usually I was running 9 to 42s. But I found out when I bought a Firefly. I bought like a 338 copy of Firefly. It was red with a racing stripe, and I modified it, and it come with the Dario strings. They said, and then come to find out, the colors were coordinated, but they weren't in the right locations. If that makes sense. And I found out that they were these strings. These are the Orphes. I'm going to open them up for you so you guys can check them out. They're all flying everywhere. Okay. So they come in this bag, and then they come in here, and you see the ends? See that? They're all color coordinated like Dario. And they're good strings. $25 for a pack of 10. You can't beat that with a wet. You know what I mean? And they're good. They hold too. They're like on almost every guitar that's in here and in the other room. They're almost like as guitar strings break. What was it I got? Oh, the Appetite guitar over here, the Slash guitar. Breaking strings left and right on that guitar. I don't break guitar strings very rarely. That guitar, I was breaking them left and right. That's an Epiphone, and I don't break these. So keep that in mind. If you guys want to give them a try. Later on, I'll throw a link in down below. Get them on Amazon. They're wound really nice. Like on the tops by the ball ends, everything's wound nice, and they're nickel and wound really super nice. They're really high quality looking strings. The only thing that I found funny about them is when you take them out of the package, like you take the strings out of the package and they straighten right out. These got a little bit of a curve to them, but it doesn't seem to affect the way they play. So yeah, Orphe. Check them out on Amazon. You guys want to check them out? I think they're pretty good. Give us $25. At least you got strings on hand. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Yeah. Les Paul, man, she's gonna look pretty cleaned up. I know that. She's gonna look real pretty cleaned up. I can't wait to run this and get this through the amp sims and do it. I don't have a lot of big amps and stuff. I only got a few. I actually got rid of my Black Star a couple weeks ago. I got rid of that. That was the Core ID stereo sound. I got rid of that, and I kicked myself in the ass for that. I got rid of my Fender. Got rid of that amp because I like to experience new things. So I'm gonna keep just getting new things. Not a big channel. You got to get rid of stuff to get stuff, and that's why I do that. I have a feeling this is going to be a guitar that hangs around here for a little bit, though, because it looks really cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. I'm curious of the pickup height. And what do we do there? Now we got to find our gauge. There it is. Looking at the pickup height, and I think the pickups actually could come up a little bit. We're at 3.0 millimeters and 3.0 on both of them. So I think they can come up a little bit. Usually I run them about 2.5, 2.25. So they come up I don't know, they sound pretty good though, right? Spark amps are awesome. I had one of those in here too. Spark amps are great. That Fender amp that I had, what was that? LT25. It was an LT25. And what was really nice about that amp is plug it into your computer. You can go online. You could download any amp sound you wanted into that thing. If you want to sound about the Steve Vai sound, hit the button, boom, it's in your amp. It was super, super cool. It was great for recording too. So any sound you wanted, Eddie Van Halen sound, what era do you want? You could find it, put it in, and it worked. It was great. So I thought that was pretty cool. You're not struggling to find different bands' sounds. You could use it for that. The Black Star thing, man, that amp was loud. That Core ID, holy shit, that amp was loud. And the effect, let's say stereo effect, right? You're like, what the fuck's the sound coming from? It sounded like a wall of sound around you. It was a cool amp, but I ended up getting rid of it, and I ended up picking up, well, that one right there, the old Marshall, and I'm trying to get a bunch of Marshall stuff in here. Nostalgia reasons. I want the older stuff too. So I'm looking for different heads and stuff like that, but the prices on the stuff starting to go through the roof on things again. So I'm trying to find them used or something that might need a little bit of a repair. I'll repair them, whatever. Find like this one. I traced the circuits. I found out it needed a power supply, so I ordered a power supply, and then they're on back order, and a month I think they said before it comes in. So. So we got that going on for us. So I think I've lost a few viewers. I think they're bored. Anyhow, guys, there we go. Indian Vina. IYV, Les Paul, $129.99. I'm going to come back later on. I'll leave a link if they still have them. I got it on eBay. And if you shop around, you might even be able to find them cheaper. I just saw this one, and he sold a lot. He was selling. I was looking at a Facebook group, and he was recommended on the Facebook group, and that's why I bought it. $129, and I mean, it still blows my mind. $129. How? Like, how? Like $129 in my head. Like, I have a hard time believing it's not a pile of dog poo. It's not. It's set up out of the box. How can it be set up out of the box? It's $129. Slave labor, they say. I don't know. They pay them peanuts, they say. That's okay. At least they have peanuts to be paid. Right? Quality control. You know what? Funny thing is, though, QC passed quality control, but put up my skepticals. There's no date. There's no date on it for the quality control. It's supposed to say it's a quality control date, and there's no date unless it's just faded out, and I'm not seeing it in this light. We do have a unique serial number. No scarf joint either. There's no scarf joint in the neck. Nope. Oh, mahogany neck, by the way. Mahogany neck, no scarf joint in the neck. And the headstock is, is in three. The headstock itself here is in three pieces. You have 1, 2, and 3. 3 pieces on the headstock. So the angle, the brake angle, is very Gibson. Very, very Gibson. And but we do have a nice reinforcement heel right here. I'm gonna play with these tuners a little bit. Tuners are tight, man. I mean, when I say tight, like they're right on. You just touch them. They're right there. I like it, guys. So with that, I am going to let you guys go. I have bored you long enough. I hope you guys will all hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I will be back with you guys really soon, I promise, with a lot better videos once I get my system back up. I got a $4,000 computer coming. We'll be doing a lot of 4K videos. And then when YouTube starts allowing the 8K, we'll be doing 8K too. So that's going to be very cool. Also, right now I am limited. I'm doing this through a Chromebook tonight. The worst possible thing you could do it through. But I'm going to bring you guys content no matter what. And I did want to share this with you. And oh, by the way, before I go, if you guys saw that little clip, 1-minute video that I put out about, the top 2 reasons for a budget guitar, I was experimenting with AI. AI is not AI. There's nothing intelligent about AI, by the way. AI should be called retarded intelligence because that's what it is. Like, these videos that you see where there's a computer generated dude talking, so it generates all that stuff. And it's all false information. It's not true. So always, if you use AI, fact check it before you put it out there. Because what it was doing for me, like I was doing a Leo Jaymz thing. See, I'm going to just see what it said. It was telling me that Leo Jaymz was made in Oregon by a bunch of professional luthiers in Oregon, handmade in Oregon, not China. That's what I was saying. I was going to put that out on YouTube. I was like, no. So if you're using AI for your videos, be careful. But that one video, that 1 minute video I put out, I used AI. It made my entire video, which is the scary part. Everything. It put the words in, put the pictures in, took my picture of me playing the Kramer and my music, and picked it from YouTube, took it, threw it in there, edited it in, faded the music in and out, did it all. I did all that in less than 10 minutes and put that boop, there it is. So it's scary stuff. But anyhow, I want you all to remember, budget guitars rock, and it's rock and roll that makes the world go round. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I am going to go get intoxicated now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Six String. Appreciate it, everybody. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, De Niro. Thanks, Wally. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.